Hi everyone, my name is Hui and today we are going to learn about mathematics from 4 chapter 6, which is linear inequalities in two variables. So in this chapter, we are going to learn about how to form a linear inequality, how to verify conjecture about points in the region satisfy a linear inequality, determine and shade the region satisfy a linear inequality. Lastly is the system of linear inequalities in two variables. So now we are going to learn about how to form a linear inequality from a situation. So this is an example of linear inequality. So next is for the rules to form a linear inequality. So step 1 is find two variables in the situation, which is x and y. And next, we'll count the number for the total if have. If no, we'll just use the given number. And next, we'll use the numbers and the variables to write the linear inequalities as the example above, like this. Next, we are going to do some examples. Ellie wants to buy some pens and books at a stationery store. She finds that the price of a pen is 2 ringgit and the price of a book is 10 ringgit. The maximum amount of money that Ellie can spend is 80 ringgit. So from this situation, we are going to form a linear inequality. So first, we need to find our x and our y first. So what is our x and what is our y? So let's see the question. She finds that the price of a pen and the price of a book. So the x will be a pen and the y will be book. And next we are going to find the total, which is the maximum amount of the money. So the maximum is 80 ringgit. So since it's maximum, so we need to use less than or equal to. So let's form the linear inequality. So it will be 2x plus 10y less than or equal to 80. Why the x is 2? Because it's 2 ringgit for a pen and 10y is 10 ringgit for a book and the maximum is 80 ringgit. So it's less than and or equal to. So next, this is another example for the form linear inequality. So the situation is Joshua sells scented candles. The selling price of the Sakura scented candles is 30 ringgit. The peach scented candles is 25 ringgit 50 cents. The total daily sales should exceed 2,000 ringgit to make a minimum profit. So same as the rule just now, we need to find the x and y first. So what is the x? What is the y? So let's see the question. The selling price of the Sakura scented candles is 30 ringgit. The peach scented candles is 25 ringgit and 50 cents. So the x should be the Sakura scented candles and the y should be the peach scented candles. And next we will find the total. The total daily sales should exceed, and this is minimum. So the minimum is 2,000. Since it's minimum, so we need to use more than or equal to. So the linear inequality should be the 30x plus 25.5y more than or equal to 2,000. 30x means 30 ringgit for the Sakura scented candles. 25.5y should be the peach-scented candles, and the price is 25 ringgit and 50 cents. And the minimum is 2,000 ringgit. So here, this is how we form a linear inequality from a situation. So next we will learn about verified conjecture about points in the region that satisfy a linear inequality. So let me explain about this first. So the area which above the line is more than or equal to. So the symbol is here, and the area which below the line, which here and here, is less than and less than or equal to. And the line will represent the equal. So next. Okay, this is an example. So the line is y equal to 2x plus 7. This is the blue line. And we need to find the points that satisfy more than, equal to, or less than. So first we need to find the more than. Okay, this is the point I use. You guys can use any point that above the line. So let's see, the line that I choose is -4, 3. So -4, 3 is above, then it's correct. And -2, 7. -2, 7 is also above the line. So all the points that above this line should represent y more than 2x plus 7. Okay. Next, we'll find the equal to. So this is the point that I choose. -2, 3, 1, 9. 1, 9. So the point on the line here is all equal to. So when you choose the point, you should see the line which is on the top of the line. So this is y equal to 2x plus 7. So next we should find about the less than. So the less than should below the blue line, which I choose -1, 2. So -1, 2 and -2, 1. So both of these point is below the line. So all point below the line we can choose. Is all y less than 2x plus 7. So next we'll learn about how to determine and shape the region satisfy a linear inequality. So here is the difference of the line. This is solid line, which represent more than or less than. And next is the dashed line, which represent more than or equal, or less than or equal. So this is the difference of the line that we will use to draw later. So next, let's do some example together. So the question is y more than or equal to 2x plus 3. Since it's more than and equal to, so we should use the dash line. We should use the dash line to draw the graph. So before we draw the line, we need to determine the points we need to form the line. So I did the table to check. So this is the first point that I choose. I use -2 for x, and this is how I count the y, which is -1 for the answer. And the next point is this. You can choose any point that you want, but you need to make sure this is the correct that you count, the y. So after we found 2 points, if you want to find 3 points, is okay too. But I use 2 points here, and this is how we draw. This is dash line, and this is the 2 point that I found. And since it's more than, we need to shade the area which above the line here. If it is less than, then we need to shade the below part. But since it's more than, so we shade here, all of here. Okay, so that's it for the determine and shade. Next is systems of linear inequalities in two variables. So this is some example of situation and the linear inequalities. So I won't explain about this, but you guys can stop and read it, or you guys can refer it later. So I'll go to next. So next, let's do some example here. So Farah bought 2 brands of shoes from a supplier to sell in her shop. Each pair of shoes of brand X cost 287 ringgit, and each pair of shoes of brand Y cost 180 ringgit. The conditions for the purchase of the shoes are as follows, and here got 3. And the question asks us to write all of the linear inequalities that satisfy the above condition. So it will have 3 linear inequalities here. So before we form the linear inequalities, let's find the x and the y first. So the x should be the brand X, and the y should be the brand Y. So the x is a pair of shoe brand X, and the y is a pair of shoe brand Y. So let's do the A first. The total pair of shoes bought is not more than 100 pairs. So not more than. So we need to use less than or equals to 100. And the total pair is the X and the Y. So the X plus Y is the total. So the answer should be X plus Y less than or equals to 100. So let's go to B. The number pair of shoe brand X is at least twice the number pair of shoe brand Y. So the number of brand X is at least twice for the brand Y. At least it should be more than or equal to. So X is more than or equal to twice Y. So it's 2Y. So the answer is X more than or equal to 2Y. So next, we'll go to C. The total purchase does not exceed 2,000. So does not exceed. So it should be less than or equal to 2,000 ringgit. And the total purchase should use the price times with the X and Y. So 287, well, times with X, and the 180 should times with Y. So the answer should be 287x plus 180y less than or equal to 2,000. So next is determine conjecture about points in the region that satisfy systems in linear inequalities. So here we'll determine which area that is satisfied both for both lines. So just now we learned about one line only, and now we learn about 2 lines. So the question here is find the region satisfies both y less than x plus 2 and x less than 3. So here is the line. And we got area A, area B, area C, and area D. So first, we find about y less than x plus 2 first. So y less than x plus 2. Here is the line, and it is less than. So less than should below the line. So the thing below the line is satisfied with linear inequality. So the AB is removed now because they are more than. So we don't need to use AB. So next we check about x less than 3. So x equals to 3 is here. So for the straight line here, the left-hand side should be less than, and the right-hand side should be the more than. So since the question is less than 3, so we are using the left-hand side. So the left-hand side is C. So we don't need to use C. So we remove the C. So here is the answer for the region satisfies both y less than x plus 2 and x less than 3. So let me draw so you guys can more clear. So y less than x plus 2. So is here. And x less than 3 is here. So we need to find the area that both lines satisfy. So it should be here. So it should be the C. So let's go to next. So the answer is C. So next, let us determine and shape the region satisfy systems of linear inequality. So here is the example of question. Draw and shape the region satisfies 2y less than x, y less than or equal to negative 2x plus 8, and y more than or equal to 0. So let's start from the first linear inequality. So this is the line, and this is the point that I use. So it is 0, 0, and 8, 4 here. So this is the first line, and the second line is y less than or equal to negative 2x plus 8. So since it's less than or equal to, so the line is the line is dashed. And for the less than, the line is solid. So this is the point that I use. You guys can use any point that you want, but make sure it is correct as mine. So last is the y more than or equal to x equal to 0. So it is means x axis because y is equal to 0, so it should be here. Okay, so next we need to take. So this is the answer. Before that, let me explain. So let me draw. Okay, so for the first line, 2y less than x. So this is the 2y less than x. So less than, so we need to get the below here. So all of this is less than. And the y more than, the y less than or equal to negative 2x plus 8. So this is the line. So less than, we need to get the below here. And the y is more than x, so we just need to take here and up all of these. And we need to find the region that satisfies all of these three linear inequalities. So the area should be here. Okay, so the answer should be here. So you need to shade here. Okay, so here is the answer. And next. So here is the practice question. And this is the long question, which is the example of SPM question. So let's do the question together. So let's read the question first. Sarah is a cleaner. On a normal day, she is paid 40 ringgit per hour. To help with the weekly expenses, she needs to earn at least 700 ringgit. She also works as a delivery man during weekend with a wage of 10 ringgit per hour. For her health concern, she will not work more than 40 hours a week. Assuming Sarah works X hours as a cleaner and Y hours as a delivery man in a week. So the first question is, write two linear inequalities other than X more than 0 and Y more than 0, which represent the above situation. So for this question, we need to form two linear inequalities. So before form, the X is the hours as a cleaner, and the Y is the hours as a delivery man in a week. So for the first linear inequalities, here, Sarah is a cleaner, and on a normal day, she is paid 40 ringgit per hour. So it is 40 ringgit per hour for the cleaner. So it is 40x. And next, here, she needs to earn at least 700 ringgit. So at least. So the symbol should be more than or equal to 700. And next, a delivery man during weekend with a wage of 10 ringgit per hour. So the Y should be 10Y. So the linear inequality should be 40x plus 10y more than or equal to 700. So here is the answer for first. And the second one, she will not work more than 40 hours a week. So she will not work more than. So it should be less than or equal to. Less than or equal to 40. And for the in front should be x plus y, since it's the hours. So the answer should be x plus y less than or equal to 40. So this is the two linear inequalities. So next for the B. So for this part of this question, use a graph paper using a scale of 2 cm to 10 on both axes. Draw and shade the common region that satisfies the linear inequalities constructed in A. Okay, so you guys can prepare some graph paper, or you guys can use some online website to draw the graph. So here is the graph paper, and this is the linear inequalities that we did from the question A. And here's the line I'm going to use. I already count. And here is another line for x plus y less than 40. So this is the line that this is the graph that I did. So here is 40x plus 10y more than or equal to 700, and here is the line for x plus y less than or equal to 40. Since it's more than or equal to and less than or equal to, so both will be the dashed line. Okay, so Okay, so let's shade. Okay, let's shade the graph. So 40x plus 10y more than or equal to 700. So from this line, it should be more than, so it should be above here, above the green line. So all of it is above. So let me shade. Okay, and the x plus y less than or equal to 40. So for the red line is less than. So we need to use the below here. So I use the pink line to shade this. So we need to find the area that both satisfy. So the answer should be here, which both satisfy. So the answer should be here. Okay, that's for the answer of B. And next from the C, from the graph in B, and we got two questions here. We'll see it one by one. So Roman 1, calculate the income that can be earned by Sarah if she works 10 hours as a cleaner. So our X is cleaner, the hours of cleaner, and our Y is the hour of the delivery man. So let's from the graph, let's find the 10 hours as a cleaner. So here is the 10 hours of a cleaner, and you can see the 10 hours for the cleaner and the 30 hours for the delivery man. So we need to do some calculation. So x is equal to 10, y is equal to 30. So we will use this calculation, which is 40 times 10 and plus 10 times 30, which is 700. So the income that Sarah can earn is 700 if she works 10 hours as a cleaner. So this is the answer for Roman 1. So this is Roman 2. Determine whether Sarah can cover her weekly expenses if she just want to concentrate as a cleaner only. So justify your answer. So we need to find the range first. So for the X, the range is 70.5 to 40. So the range is like this. And next we need to count, which is we times with the wage of the per hour, the ringgit per hour, which is 40. So 70.5 times with 40, which is equal to 700, and 40 times 40 should be 1,600. So the question asks Sarah can cover her weekly expenses or not. So we back to the question here. Yeah, here. So here she needs to earn at least 700. So the range is inside the weekly expenses. So yes, she can cover her weekly expenses if she just want to concentrate as a cleaner. Okay, so that's all for our video. So thank you for watching. I hope we can meet next time. So thank you.